Talking about blokes. Talking about blokes. Talking about blokes.
Yes, singlets, stubbies and Japanese riding boots, better known as Aussie thongs.
They were there. I've seen the bloopers, mate. Blokes bloopers on YouTube.
I'm more worried about the pink thong they're holding. That looks a bit more challenging.
Oh, I was more interested in the skin tone thong they were holding.
Yeah. Morning, Ronnie.
How you going, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too, mate. You've been travelling a bit.
I get around a bit.
Yeah.
Why not? Might as well have a look at the country while you're young enough.
Yeah, mate.
You know.
But the way you go, there's nothing out there to look at, is there?
Oh, there's plenty to look at.
So long as there's food, Ronnie, that's all he worries about.
As long as there's a restaurant somewhere along the way we can get a feed.
Oh,
yeah, that's all that matters. Hello, Beaver.
Howdy, how's things?
Good champion, what's doing?
Okay, well, we've had our world premiere for the movie Blokes down in Bowen. We had last month, and it went a cracker. Went well.
Did you reminisce and do the open air cinema thing, or did you actually go inside the movies?
No, it was inside cinemas at the Bowen Summer Gardens down there. So cinemas.
Beautiful, mate. How long's it go for?
93-minute feature film.
93 minutes.
So
it's a bit of fun.
Oh, mate, it looks good fun on the... like I said, if you go to YouTube and put in Blokes bloopers,
yes, you
can actually see it.
Yeah.
Again, the first time I seen it, when Ron and Beaver were in the other week, seen the good old mate Ron, who we've known for years with the beautiful silver hair. There he is. His hair's as black as. I near fell off. I thought
he
it was
hopped
his
out
brother.
of the car this morning. I didn't even.
Nobody knows me. Eh?
He hopped out of the car this morning. I thought, oh, who's this bloke? You know, I thought it was someone at the V8s that couldn't get a motel and camped in their car behind the radio station.
No, you've got to do that now that you're sort of the Hugh Jackman type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
How many autographs you sign in Bowen?
My arm was really sore with the end of the night. I don't know whether it was shaking hands or bloody
drinking beer.
Autographs.
Yeah.
Drinking beer.
Yeah, it's probably
How was it? Good fun.
absolutely amazing.
It would have probably been a good spot for the premiere of the movie because there is a lot of blokes down there. If you sort of went to Chapel Street in Melbourne or something, if you haven't got a latte camping up the Gulf next to your $20,000 camper van, they wouldn't get it. But at least Bowen.
Well, that's what I said to Ron. I said often the people who come to these film festivals are, looking for fine art. They're real film connoisseurs. I said, and here we land with this Ocker, fishing movie. I said it's kind of two different worlds. But I sat down the back row near the aisle. I just wanted to see if anyone got up and left. Basically in disgust. But I didn't see one person leave. Well, one guy did, but he was only going to the loo. He came back. So, it went well.
But you could hear the women behind me going, oh, God. But nobody left.
No, they don't leave.
It was just giggle. And, it was a bit confronting, I think, for some of them, but...
Yeah. The swearing or the nudity?
Ricky was the problem. Ricky's part of character.
He's the
love rat.
He's the toey bloke.
He played Magic the Lothario. So and a lot of ladies didn't like his outlook on relationships and the C word commitment. So
But he's the typical bloke when he's away with other blokes.
Yeah, that's you always got one amongst.
Because what stays on golf fishing trips stays on golf fishing trips.
That's right.
Unless there's a video camera. So then it comes back.
And even then you edit it before you get home.
You just don't play it.
Yeah.
But Rob and Ricky are in plays in air all the time. It's just non-stop with them. So, they could read the script and go through it roughly. And they had to sit on the bank of the river with me, try and teach me. We'd have to run through what we were going to do next. And as I said, a month earlier we'd have finished if I'd have known my lines. It was just
which is surprising.
But when you look back, you think, geez, he's good, that Ronnie's pretty
I thought that, mate. When I watched the bloopers, I thought, Ron was dead right. He couldn't remember a line for quids.
Is there any swearing in the bloopers?
Yes, there is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not full-on swearing.
Yeah,
no, it was good. And there's the trailers there as well.
Oh, okay.
On YouTube.
The bloopers reel's very PG.
Yeah, nice stuff.
It's typical.
Where was it done?
We filmed. We did a road trip up to Cooktown and did filming there. But we also there's different shots. People will notice the Ravenswood pops up, spots in the Burdekin pops up, Groper Creek in the Burdekin pops up, but unless you were on set, you probably wouldn't have a clue where you were.
Exactly.
It's all the roads in between as well.
It's like when you were part of the Australia movie, Ron.
Yeah.
It was done everywhere.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
Was he in that?
Yeah, somewhere.
I was in it all right, mate.
Did we see
Right
you?
beside Nicky.
I've gone over that with a magnifying glass. I know I was on that pub veranda.
I'd have made it. I don't know that.
I can't find it.
Well, I won't say a mate because I haven't seen him for a long time. I had a bloke I know in the Aussie movie. I actually bumped into him when it had all finished at the Townsville airport. He was flying back to Broome. A guy called Stevie Pigram with his guitar. He's a little
Pigram?
Yeah, they're musicians. So yeah, he's a little
Pigram Brothers from up in the
up in the Kimberley.
Kimberley, yeah.
Yeah, I bumped into Steve. He was in that movie there somewhere. I've watched the movie, but I've never seen
Even in
him.
slow motion.
Yeah,
I played it backwards and couldn't see me.
he may have been the bloke the cows all run over in the main street. I don't know.
Oh, it was great. I actually got to meet Nicole. I actually chased her through the crowd and didn't know all these cowboys were putting arms out like this, and I'm ducking under, I'm chasing her because she walks as fast. She walks at
Speed walker.
Yeah, she is. And she was heading back to camp, and I just said, well, it's my last day on the set, I've got to speak to her. So I caught up with her, and I was singing out, Nicole, Nicole, and anyhow, she turned around and just, yes. And she had my hand, and her face was there, and she was like porcelain. She was just beautiful.
She's
I couldn't
fake?
speak. Then I was buggered.
You were gone.
Yeah.
I thought you would have turned around and gone, "G'day, Ron, how are you, mate? Long time
She
no
didn't know me
see."
with me black hair, mate.
Yeah, it was the black. What colour was it in the movie?
Very short, mate. Yeah.
Was it? I'll have to watch it now. What did you actually do in the Australia movie?
I was a drunk. I was a businessman.
No, I asked what you actually did, mate, not what you do every day of the week.
I melded into that.
Yeah. But you know the stupid thing about it? You were actually in Bowen that week. It was not. You weren't there for the movie. You were just drunk in the bar anyway. So they just left you where you stood.
Oh, mate, I had the best haircut from this woman that's travelled the world with these film sets, and lovely lady, and she just cut it to perfection. I look so bloody amazing.
Yes, you let yourself down now, haven't you?
And when she had hold of me hand and I was gobsmacked, I couldn't speak. I said, eventually got my tongue back, and I said, "Oh, look, I'm leaving today, Nicole. I've been on the set 7 days, and it was lovely working with you." Anyhow, I turned around, and guess who's right behind me?
Hugh Jackman.
Call Huey, somebody, yeah.
Yeah? Did he tap you on the shoulder and go, "Ron, I hear you're leaving"?
He was right on my tail, hey, so he must have chased me from the pub as I was chasing her.
Yeah? Did you speak to Hugh?
I just said, "G'day, mate." Just stepped around him.
Is he a big bloke or?
Oh, he is. He's huge, very fit man.
Yeah, he looks fit. Yeah.
Nicole Kidman's fairly.
If I was ever going to have a man love moment, it'd be either with him or Bradley Cooper.
No.
Not going there, mate.
No. What was more enjoyable, Blokes or Australia, the movie?
Oh, blokes. Making your own, mate, yeah. But when you see this, the movie, what that camera we had captured, it's just so, it's real. It's fair income, this thing. And the acting is too, but it really came together really well, didn't it, Beaver? I'm quite proud of it.
Down in Bowen, the guys in the run the projection booth. It's a sealed projection booth. And after the premiere, I went up and had a quick chat to them and said, "We could hear the laughter up here." And they said, "That's very rare to hear laughter up in the sealed projection
right,
booth,
good.
even with the big Hollywood movies." So, which I liked. I thought, well, that was good to hear.
So after Bowen getting accepted down in Bowen, which angle does it go now? To air, did you say?
Well, the people who run the Burdekin Delta Cinemas, they'd heard about my movie and they'd kind of said informally, "Oh, when do we get to show your movie?" And I said, "Well, when do you want to show it?" And they said, "Oh, maybe we could squeeze it in on a Monday, Tuesday night when we don't normally open, or maybe Sunday at 8:30. I think because they're like, they hadn't seen it. So sight unseen, like, you're probably reluctant to commit. Then when they came down and saw it, they're like, "Right, we want to have it on a big Friday night. We'll probably run it for a week, you know. But how do we get this thing? We want to strike while the iron's hot. We want to show it within a month. So we then had to put it into fifth gear and basically get everything organised now for the Burdekin premiere, which is going to be on Friday, July 26th. So down at the cinemas. Yeah.
I'll come down.
You got to be down there, mate.
I'll come down.
We even had to lodge all the paperwork to get our rating. We thought we've got to get this rated officially. Film festivals have their own little sort of exemptions, but now this is a proper theatrical showing. So we just got our certificate back last night.
What's it rated?
We got an MA 15+, and with cautions, there's strong sex scenes, sexual references, crude humour, and coarse language, which basically ticks the box for a lot of blokes, I reckon.
Yes.
What they want to see in a film.
It looks like a golf camping trip. Oh, good. So we're July 26.
Yeah, mate. If Ricky wasn't in that, we would have... You know, he did all that, didn't he? All that bad language and
The
stuff.
swearing.
We'd have got away with that.
But there isn't many movies these days.
No.
Because I was watching one on the telly the other night, and it was a Bruce Willis one was on there, and there was a kid, he must have been about 8 years old, that stole a car, and he got out of the car and was effing this, and he was letting rip. So these days it's
well, look where Six and the City went on TV. They dropped a certain word that no one had ever.
Yeah, but like you said, it's blokes. It's blokes.
Well, Webby that owns the theatre. He used to be a golf man. He used to go up there. As soon as he seen it,
he wet himself. He was all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was kind of like, well, that's what it's like. Once guys get away from the wives, the girlfriends, and the family, they can drop their sort of town persona, if you like, and just sort of get back to their sort
it's like a
drop
footy
the
trip.
husband persona.
It's like a footy trip, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then in a fortnight, you can't stand one another. You've got to go home.
You got to go home,
And he said that's exactly what it's like. He was saying, like, you're just craving to get away from the wife, because you need a break, and then it's 2 weeks with your mates. You're sick of them. You're missing your family. You want a break from your mates.
Was there any, like, at the Bowen, was like bigger up the ladder type people in that industry that said, we wouldn't mind showing that in Melbourne, or it hasn't got that far yet, or
no sort of big industry bigwigs that I'm aware of anyway, unless they were hiding in the back taking notes. But
you never know.
Yeah.
They could have snuck in with the humans.
The hotel where I was checking into, actually, I was mentioned to the guy there, the manager, sort of what we're down in Bowen for, and he was actually in Australia. He said him and his family, I think they pull up on a boat with Nicole when it arrives at the dock, a little rowing boat or something, or a little motorboat or something. Anyway, and he was saying that his daughters want to be actors, and they sort of want to be based in Los Angeles, and there's that LA Australian Film Appreciation Society or something like that. And he said, look, is there a way we can show it in LA for all these Aussie actors based in LA that are craving some homegrown movies? And I said, yeah, we'll make that happen. Not at all. So,
well, it's about as homegrown as you get.
It is. Don't get any.
You wouldn't see the Yanks doing anything like that.
We get a different version of the Yank movies when they come out here, because there's no swearing, I reckon, over there. It's pretty... They're
pretty tame.
Yeah, but out here, they got to make it interesting.
We let fly just for fun.
I've got a work colleague though, and he's originally from Vietnam, works at the uni there, and he said, you could probably actually market this overseas, but you'll need subtitles. And I said, what? He goes, because obviously English isn't his first language. He says the Aussie accent and the way we run our words together is, for a foreigner, is something they really have to struggle with.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it when they say, geez, you fellas talk fast in Australia? You turn around and you say, you've got to be kidding, haven't you? Have a listen to you blokes. But you can't string we and third together.
But you get overseas somewhere, if there is a documentary or something of them on an outback cattle station or so, there's always words underneath. You sit there and listen to it good as gold, and then there's words underneath. And it's a funny thing. When I was in the Kimberley, spent that time there, and I got to knock around with the boys from the community at Bidjadanga, and you want to try and understand blokes, Indigenous guys talk, and you get the guys out of the desert, and then after spending 3 years with them, and then coming back to Townsville or wherever we went, and then watching an Indigenous show where they put the subtitles on, I could understand every word they were saying without reading.
Absolutely.
Without reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because you know exactly how they say their words and in all their little, not their lingo, but their accent is really funny.
So
yeah.
I could watch a Scottish program or something, not a problem. But I have friends that refuse to because they find it so frustrating trying to understand the Scottish accent, and and I'm
Depends
like,
how good she looks.
Oh no! I think I've said once before. The funniest thing I ever seen. We were in Scotland once, and I went to a pizza shop, me and Kayleen, to buy a pizza for dinner, and there was a Chinese man was running the pizza shop, and he like we expect the Chinese accent to come out, dead ringer Scottish Chinese man. I just went, you're joking,
like a deer in the headlights.
I did. I froze. I couldn't believe it. It was the funniest thing.
But we talk fast because it takes up a lot of our drinking time, doesn't it?
Exactly. Now, for anyone in the Burdekin or the region, the Blokes Burdekin movie premiere is happening on Friday, July 26th at the Burdekin Delta Cinemas. 7:30 start. It's $20 a ticket, and includes complimentary beer, wine, and Aussie finger food. So pies and sausage rolls.
Possums, kangaroo.
Yeah, a bit of everything. Hey? Bit of koala patty. No, just joking. Just joking. But no, very good. Very good. So that's Friday, July 26th, only a few weeks away now.
Yeah, mate. And people want to book because there's going to be a great rush for it. And
the tickets, people can just go and get a ticket now at the box office.
Really?
We hope a lot of people do that so that we know who to cater for. We need to know how many slabs of beer to get.
Exactly.
It's a bit hard.
That's very important.
It's Friday, it's end of the week. There'll be a few thirsties there.
Oh, it's really, so they've got an hour of drinking time before the show, so we screen at 8:30. So, and we've got to have an hour of mingling, and all the stars will be there. Rick, Robert, and the whole crew.
Will you have your hair dyed? I'm coming down again. I'm coming down.
Yeah, good, buddy. Yeah,
But I'm coming down for
We'll have to carpool.
Yeah.
Dye your hair and join the stars.
Pardon?
Dye your hair and join the stars.
No, I can't. I like this platinum colour.
He gets compliments on the platinum look, so he sticks with it.
You know, I've been playing indoor cricket, and one of my mates I play with, his name's Gray, and the other week on the scoreboard, because I bat with Gray, and they had that sounded good.
It's blokes.
Yeah, we're just blokes. Yeah, they had Grey and Grey, so now they call us Grey and Greyer. 50 Shades of Grey, they reckon now. Yeah, so.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey.
But no, I won't be dyeing my hair, mate. We're pretty safe there.
Coming out, that's what
It's a new thing.
No, but I say coming out when they're starting to fade. All the colours, the duck eggs and the blues and the greens.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of everything, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
How'd you be the people that do it all the time?
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. I'd be happy just to have hair in 10 years.
Yeah. But nobody comments until you darken it or something.
Nobody
says,
what about? I always remember looking last year in the footy at see Phil Gould, and he went white. He was as white as Casper. His head. Now he's gone back to the
but I think
that reddy ginger look he had.
I think in that time, I think Gus was a little bit crook. I don't think he was well. Yeah, because you don't go wide. Well. Yeah. Mate, you don't go wide overnight. Hey, in the movie, in some of the fishing scenes, did you actually catch anything?
It's all real. What you see is what you get, mate.
So those barra are actually fair incomely caught barra. You didn't get them at the
the
fishing co-op on the way through.
Admittedly, we didn't catch them. We basically we prefer. Well, we were pretty. We got virtually nothing in Cooktown. It was too cold. They told us. It was the worst time of the year to be up there. Yeah. Someone told us the fish were just being lazy. So I said, what do we do? Anyway, we I think a bottle of scotch or bourbon or whatever it was. We managed to get the services of a retired professional fisherman. And my mate said, look, this guy, he'll go to a place, big barrows, bang on, he's got a little secret spot. And sure enough, 3 massive barra within, half an hour, boom. And what he'd do, he'd grab them, get them on the line, and then just hand the whole line and everything over to our boat where we were filming for them to be pulled in.
So you still know the spot for when I take you to Cooktown.
A lot of stress doing it that way, but...
Well, this fisherman actually came to the premiere and he said, these blokes couldn't catch a cold.
He was sworn to secrecy, wasn't he?
And if you look closely, his fingers make a cameo in the movie. He's actually filleting the fish. So yeah, some of the fish. All of a sudden, your magic.
An extra.
Suddenly, in one scene, has these massive sausage fingers, and he's knocking the sides off. So.
We
Good
couldn't
See,
get
they're
all
the
the
things you never pick up, really, do you?
Yeah, the
You-
little
like you
nuances.
guys know because you see it. But
Well, we wanted to give him a part in the movie, you know.
Yeah.
We could have done it, but I mean,
You know, for the rest of his life, he'll be going, wait, there's my fingers. That's me right there.
but he couldn't leave the jetty. We had a lot of trouble filming those shots because he couldn't leave the jetty without all the Mexicans following him.
Oh,
When he left, he was going fishing.
So that
They'd follow him.
Oh,
It's like a convoy, yeah. They're just like,
Yeah.
where's he
This bloke
going
knows where they
today?
are.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a local. He's onto it. And yep, sure enough, yeah.
Yeah, very good. You going to stick around for a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Beautiful, good stuff. Speaking of Big Barra, we're going to head up to a beautiful place in North Queensland, far North Queensland, called Staten River, up to the Barra Lodge. We're going to catch up with Pete in just a moment. That's where some big fish.
They've been getting big fish up there.
Big fish are being caught up there. We'll head there next on the Saturday Fishing Show. Yeah.
You know who else I was trying to get for the show? I was trying to get Casey Stoner.
Yeah, I know.
On for a chat.
But the big part, there's a story behind the Casey Stoner, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, he didn't want to come. No, we punted him for Ron and Beaver.
Yeah, we knew.
Said, Casey, mate, sorry. No, he's...
I said to Ron yesterday when I rang him, I said, look, we're going to have Casey Stoner on tomorrow. The bloke's only a multi that lives in Morocco or somewhere. I said, but we've given him the punt because we know you blokes from the Burdekin want to come on the show.
Yeah, no, he, unfortunately, and you can understand it with someone like Casey Stoner, he is flat out with racing, but not only racing with his PR stuff. He's... unlike some of the guests we have that they just lob whenever they want, because someone like Casey's booked fairly solid with his PR stuff, and as much as he said he would have loved to come on, it just time restraint doesn't allow.
And you can imagine us, you know.
He did.
You know, the thing about us, guys, they expect to go on and do a 3 or 4 minute interview. We speak for 25 minutes.
Yeah. Johnny Williamson said it's the longest interview he's ever done.
Yeah.
When we spoke to John.
Yeah. He said, I had to love his comment. He said, boys, I've got to go. He said, the grass is growing up between me feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever talk to John Williamson? We love having a chat to him. Yeah, we chat to him like for an hour. We had him on for an hour one day, and he goes, he said, so you'll cut that up? And no, we'll play it as is, mate, you know?
The whole lot.
Yeah. That was because we had to record him one time. That's right, because he was on tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was on
You know,
tour.
with Casey, though, although couldn't get hold of Casey, I have teed up Jason Wilhelm for next week. And Jason's multi-winner of the ABT Barra Comp and done TV and has got hydrowave fish systems. And so we've organised Jason to come on next week for... Not a poor substitute. He fishes miles better than Casey, but just hasn't got as much money as Casey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him and Casey are good mates and fish together. So
he can actually still live in Australia and not have to
he
worry
does
about
still
paying
live.
tax.
He's down Gladstone way, so and he does some guiding. So yeah, no, he was saying that they've got to live overseas.
We made a lot of exceptions this morning, didn't we, mate, to get here? We didn't...
Oh, you would put Margaret and David on.
I know.
You know, so they can wait from the movie show. So,
Had to drive through fog just to get
There
was a bit of fog around this morning too. Are we going to get a Townsville premiere beef?
Yeah, we'd like to have one. It just depends, see how the Burdekin one goes, and yeah, we hope it's not something that's lost on city audiences. I think
No,
it'll go in the city.
Look, I've never seen it, and I just had a look at the trailer on the computer here while you guys were having a dribble just a minute ago, and it'll settle in good with anyone.
Yeah.
I'd love to play it. But I think the thing about the Swedish blondes might be a bit over the top.
Yeah, the trailer's got that rating. I'm sure that MA will apply to the trailer.
I'll have to beep it out. But look, I think somewhere like the Warina or somewhere like that, it'd be great if we could get it up here into one of those.
Yeah, that's probably would be our channels, the independents, because they're not so much dictated to by the the distributors. Like there's a lot of rules and regulations in the cinema world. So.
Maybe we could get a
you know what I'm thinking?
A fishing show premiere, like a fishing show night.
You know what I'm thinking, Gaz?
No, go on.
I'm thinking...
You about the finger food?
No. Reminiscing right back, because there'll be finger food involved.
Yeah.
Reminiscing right back, and let's go to the Tours drive-in up at Charters Towers and have an open-air drive-in with blokes.
That would be good.
in the back of the ute.
Sit in the back of the ute. That would be good. That'd be good, actually.
How good would that be?
That would be very good.
That'd be all right.
You know what?
I'm
It
a
also
thinker. I'm a
surely we can get some big screen down the Strand and sit in Strand Park.
Yeah, but you couldn't have
The council, mate. We know a few Les.
Yeah.
Les. This would be perfect.
Let's just go straight to the top. We'll get on to Mayor Jenny. But we couldn't do that. Could you imagine the loudspeakers blurting down there with the movie and all of a sudden the Swedish Blondes and a few other things?
That'd be all right.
At the Whitsunday Film Festival, we played the Friday night, but the opening night was Thursday night, and that was an open-air screening down at the main beach. Yeah. Basically, PA system. And that, ironically, that was a Scottish film that half the people couldn't understand.
They'll understand this one, let me tell you, Beaver.
Yeah.
They'll understand every word of it.
That'd be good.
Every move.
Yeah.
It'll be scary.
The lady bit is an early shock thing.
Yeah,
It's out of the road early.
Exactly.
But,
so they get a chance to regain consciousness and watch the last bit of the movie.
No, it's all right, mate. What?
yeah.
Have you seen one
It's
nude
great.
lady? You've
It
seen
is.
them all.
Hey, if you're a fair dinkum Aussie, there'll be something in common with every bit of that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They get to explore. It's two journeys in one. They get to explore the Aussie male psyche. Okay, maybe a bit exaggerated, but they also get to explore Mother Nature's bush. So
Yeah, they do.
Two journeys in
They
one.
certainly do that.
Absolutely. Let's go to the phones. G'day, Fishing Show. Mate.
Hey, Doug, if we get a premiere of Blokes in Townsville, will you come along?
Oh, bloody yes, mate.
All right, mate. We'll see what we can work on.
Okay, catch you later.
Good on you, mate.
Okay, mate.
See you
Okay.
soon, bud. All right, good on you, Doug. 47212637 is our phone number today. Doug's a bloke.
Yeah, where's the bloke?
He'll be there for
We'll try and get something going.
Mate, there'll be enough people listening to this show that'll fill one of the cinemas at Warina.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't think you'd have any problems in the world of getting, all you got to do is get over there and organise it, and I reckon it'd be a bit of fun.
We'd have
Sometime in August.
A Blokes fishing show. Well, blokes and ladies fishing show night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because there's been a few ladies that have said that. Well, I was asking a few ladies what they thought when they came out of the premiere, and they said, yeah, a little bit confronting in parts, but they said they had no doubts that's probably what some guys get up to when they go away.
Yeah. All guys.
Now they know.
Go
You've given it away.
The whistle's blowing. Yeah. G'day, Fishing Show.
G'day, Nathan. How are you?
Oh, very well, thanks.
Yeah, Keith at Kelso.
Hello, Keith.
Keith's another bloke. Keith will come along.
Keith's been
I'll
on.
come and do it.
Keith's been on tour. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come along.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. How you been, Keith? You been for a fish?
Yeah, went out Thursday, I think it was. Yeah.
Beautiful. How'd you go, mate?
Yeah, picked up 4 nice black worm and a salmon.
What are you doing with yourself during the week, Ronnie? Keeping yourself busy?
Yeah, mate.
Retired?
I've retired, yeah. I work 5 hours a day at the theatre.
Oh, that's
the Arts
enough.
Theatre in here, yeah.
Signing autographs. Just a signing. There's just a big booth at the front, $20.
Photo booth. Kissing booth.
Kissing booth. So it's a bit of a signing.
I wish.
Oh, well.
I'm just a toilet hugger, mate. I'm just a cleaner.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
You know,
The
you
tips are great.
go into the toilets down at the Air Cinema, and Ronnie Odgers was here. Ronnie was here. Ron was here.
Yeah.
And then you go into the blokes and there's nothing on them. For a good time, call Ron.
Yeah. So you'll have to change that for the night, for the movie night. Instead of having men on the toilet, just put blokes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yep.
on both toilets.
And then
Blokettes.
yeah.
Blokes and blokettes.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Bloke and bloke or Sheilas. That's an Aussie one.
Sheilas, yeah.
Blokettes would be good.
Blokettes.
Blokettes.
As like
Yeah.
when they used to, I don't know if the signs are still like that on the roadhouse in Guru. You'd see the backpackers and foreigners get out, look at the toilet doors, and they were confused. Remember when they had mangoes and no
Oh,
mangoes?
yes, yeah.
I used to love watching foreigners sit there, scratch their heads like, what the heck?
It's 23 to 9. Back with more in just a minute.
We're a funny bloody nation when it comes to using names. Whether you're the king or queen, Ben or Bob or Jesse James. Should you meet a true blue Aussie at a pub or stockyard gate, no matter what your mum named you, I bet he called you mate. G'day mate, g'day mate. Or whether your name is Jack or Jill, just main Jim, Jock or Jake. G'day mate, g'day mate. matter what your handle is, I bet he called you mate. Now if your hair is red, it's blue. If it's grey, they call you Snowy. Jack is John and William Bill. And if you're bald, well, that's your worry. You can be flat out like a lizard drinking. If you're lazy, you're a log. And if you're Spanish, Greek or Italian, you're simply known as Spanish, Greek or Italian. G'day, mate. G'day, mate. Whether your name is Giovanni, Giuseppe, Ricky, Nico, hey, g'day, mate. G'day, mate. No matter what your handle is, I bet he called you mate. Now if a sort's good looking, she's recognised as grouse, and someone with a lot of brain is noted one of nous. And ears a lug, a mouth a mush, a fool's a flaming nong. But there's one thing one could never change, that's a pom remains a pom. Hey, hey. Whether your name is Arthur, William, Sarah, Charles, or Pinkett, hey, hey. No matter what your handle is, I bet he called you, hey. So if you're traveling this great land from somewhere overseas, and you're studying our lingo from those Aussie dictionaries, be patient, have a beer or two, consistently persist, and in 40 years or so, mate, you'll be really bloody pissed. No, you'll be saying things like this: G'day, mate. G'day, mate. Whether your name is Annie, whether your name is Annie, anywhere needed, just enter or best. G'day, mate. G'day, mate. No matter what your handle is, I bet he called you, mate. No matter what your handle is, I bet he called you, mate.
Saturday Fishing Show this morning. There he is, Ronnie with G'day Mate. You're right there, Gaz?
I got the busted butt earphones. That
Are they both working? Are they both working? One's
right.
working?
They're the worst ones I've ever seen.
How you going over there, Ronnie?
Yeah, good, mate.
You got that old Yemi tuned up?
Oh, I've got it tuned. I was going to put new strings on last night. Lucky I didn't, because they stretch to buggery all the time, you know.
Yeah.
For a week or so.
You know, I've always at school I learnt to play the drums and a heap of other instruments, but I never ever learnt to play the guitar. And I used to think to myself the guitar would have been a great thing to learn, but I don't know. I got caught up with women and parties, and I just forgot.
Probably.
Buffets and smorgasbords, more like it.
No, they followed at a legal age.
Mate,
Yeah.
I had to learn the guitar to get into those sort of things.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
didn't work though, mate.
No. Back in the dance days, back in the good old days.
How long you had that guitar?
Oh, God, when I bought this at Artie's many, many moons ago. It's all worn out. It makes some awful noises, but
We're going to hear them.
I love yammies, yeah. You're gonna hear
I got a yammy.
Have you?
Yeah, 70.
It's a 70.
70. Oh, I play it. I've played 500 hours on
Oh,
it.
not an outboard, guitar.
Yeah. No, I can't play guitar, mate. I can play
It's the Yemi
a little
outboard.
bit of smoke on the water. That's about it.
Ooh, have you?
I think everyone can. That's
No, I can't do that.
only a little
I'd be
bit.
setting up down there in some club when I first made that fishing album, and you'd be setting up really, nervous as buggery in the big clubs down there, and then some bugger yell out, do you know any eagles? And it deflates you straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
For a bloody
wedge tail.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Those mongrel brown and white things that sit up the top of the mangroves when you're fishing.
Sea eagles.
Yeah. I'd say no. He said, why not? I said, I didn't do any of mine.
How do you know? I seen them at the Hyperdome in Los Angeles once, and they said, we're just going to do this one. It's called The Golf Country by Ronnie Odgers.
Is that right?
No.
Have you thought of one or two you're going to sing for us this morning, Ronnie?
Oh, mate, I'd do the Golf Country if I can remember it. And,
Yeah, we might
I'd like to do that.
swing that around 90, and we'll grab a bit better sound.
I'd like to do that, Ties and Tits, but it might be a bit rough, eh? There's quite some nice new songs on there. We did 7, I think, Beaver, didn't we? New ones for the film.
Yeah, 7 new ones.
Can't
Beautiful.
remember one of them.
Yeah, same as your lines.
Everyone would know a bit of Golf Country from the first original Sit and Fish and CD.
Yeah.
that come out about 35 years ago now.
That's right.
Feels like it.
I remember the night we come into it. You were all meeting somewhere with Arthur and Arthur Dove, and you come out of the meet, and I'm sitting in the car park with a CD I want him to hear. Somebody said, "Go and see Arthur Dove." Well, he nearly went over the. No, he just, we got to.
He wet himself.
Yeah.
We had it on the counter at our shop.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
They're the big poster.
Oh, nothing. We'll have a bit of golf country before our next report.
I got the boat on the rack of the four-wheel drive. Stubbies in the back stacked up roof high. Heading for the top-end Gulf country. Half a dozen utes, my mates and me. We'll leave the city for the bush far behind. Red dust at the end of the bitumen. Long hot road, cool clear nights. Half a dozen utes be there all right. Good mates, good tucker, and the beer is cold. Sitting round the fire where the bullshit's told. You ain't seen nothing compared, you see, if you've been fishing in the Gulf country.
Oh, my
Beautiful.
God, you haven't lost it.
You still got it, Ronnie. You still got it.
Arm and then.
I did. That's why I thought I'd stop.
Yeah, no, good, mate. It was brilliant.
Yeah. It's always good to hear.
It is still a great CD.
Yeah.
I nearly said album then. That's how long it feels ago.
LP. Yeah. 45. Yeah.
I did, when Ron did it, I actually bought the CD, but he still had cassettes then. And I bought a cassette.
Geez.
I bought a cassette for Dad because he didn't have a. And then Ron signed it. No, I forget what it was to Bob, Ronnie Odgers, and Ron drew a little trowel on it because Dad's a brickie. Yeah. I think he's still got it down in Melbourne.
Yeah, always a good bit of fun. Yeah. Stick around, Ronnie. Still got plenty more to go. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll catch up with the great Dom up in Ingham next.
Hey, mate.
Good on you, Ron.
Good, good to see you, Ronnie. Take care, mate. We love your work, and we can't wait to go see Blokes, the movie premiere, which will be happening in the Burdekin Theatre down at the Delta. And that's on the Friday the 26th. It's Friday the 26th of July.
We'll arrive on the boat, the red carpet, all that sort of...
The Hugh Jackman stuff will be there. Do you want me to dress as Nicole Kidman?
Do we need to wear tux, or are we okay just in jeans and thongs?
We got the dirty old tux on. You just come as fishermen.
Yeah, all right. We'll come with jeans and thongs. Stubbies and blue singlets.
Good. Welcome, mate.
See you then,
Thank
Ronnie.
You, Ron.
All right,
mate.
We will make the undue effort to go for a drive.
We'll get down. We'll come down.
For you.
We'll be down there.
Yeah, we'll make out we know you, so we can say to look, we know that bloke. He's in the movie.
With the tuxedo.
I'll pick you. Don't you worry about that.
The black hair and the black beard.
Take care. Thanks, Beef.
Thanks, Beaver.
Good on you, buddy.
This is the Saturday Fishing Show.
Yeah, that it is. Welcome back. Good to be with you this morning. We've played a bit of musical chairs. We've got it back in order after Beav and Ronnie have left us this morning, Gaz.
It was good.
It was a studio full. It was good fun, wasn't it?
Mate, it's good. Bit of live music. Ronnie pulling the guitar out. Having a strum was good.
Yeah, it was.
Good fun.
Yeah, it's good to see him back on the guitar too, because he sort of gave the music away there for quite a few years when he was working out in the mines and wasn't doing much at all. But good to see he's right into it. Good to see.
It was, mate. It was good fun.
Booze, barbecues, and women talking about blokes. Blokes. There's no flaming doubt about 'em. What would we ever do without 'em? Talking about blokes. Down the shed under the ute, or crabbing up the creek. 40 scores stuck in the fridge, talking shit, hunting pigs. Not enough hours in a week.